all-around players ever, Ryan Greenspan, and you have a lineup which could win the West Coast Open.
Welcome back here. Good game coming at you. San Diego Dynasty taking on upTon 187 crew here. 2014 PSP West Coast Open. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Tom Martinez and Chris Lasoya. So the reason why this game's big is San Diego Dynasty, they have not won a game yet. So most likely they are going to be playing the relegation game tomorrow morning.
Unheard of. Which
has never happened to San Diego Dynasty before. And Dynasty's lost 5 games in a row in the prelims. And before that, they hadn't lost a game all year long in the prelims. So this is a big motivational game for San Diego Dynasty and for upTon. upTon 187 crew, they beat Art Chaos this morning in a really close match, 6-5.
Well, they're playing really, really well, too. They're consistent, but the penalties from Art Chaos did not help the situation at all this morning.
No, yeah, they started out with 2 majors in the first couple of points, and that definitely set the tone and the tempo for that game. But hey, man, I don't take anything away from 187 as they didn't let Art Chaos get back in this match. So let's see if 187 can do the same thing to Dynasty that they did to Art Chaos.
Oh, major penalty on Oliver Lang.
So that Oliver's got a couple penalties so far here at this event, but also has a lot of kills too.
That's frustration right there, I think. I mean,
and another body coming off as Josh Rao gets taken out, and then here comes 187 trying to utilize their advantage. 5 bodies alive for 187 still, and now Alex Frazier. So at this point, it's definitely going to go to upTon 187 crew. It's just how much time is going to be able to tick off that penalty that Oliver Lang got. Still probably about 1:34-ish. No, less than that.
Probably 1:30.
Yeah, so 1:30 exactly as that flag is hung up by Eddie Painter. So Dynasty going to be playing down a body for the next 1:30 seconds of game time. 187 starting out good, and just like we said, just same exact thing that happened to him against Art Chaos as a major penalty to start the game. Giving a breath of fresh air to the boys from 187.
I'd rather look at 4 people than 5.
Any day.
Especially one of those people is Oliver Lang.
Yeah, absolutely.
If one person is Oliver Lang sitting in the box, I mean, he's one of my good friends, but if he's not shooting at me, I'm not mad.
Yeah, well, I mean, Oliver was last year's Top Gun Award winner, played phenomenal at the beginning of the season, still playing great, but penalties starting to haunt Dynasty a little bit here, and right now they're just going to have to fight through it because they definitely don't want to take this loss here and go and get skunked in the prelims. I mean, I don't think that's ever happened. I don't think Dynasty's ever lost every game in the prelims before.
Yeah, and you know they're going to step up without question. I mean, they're professionals.
Well, we'll see. We will see. I mean, they haven't stepped up yet.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, they fought some close matches. Dynasty lost Art Chaos yesterday 7-6, but then they lost Art Chaos. They lost to Impact 5-1, and then this morning played a pretty close one against Ironman 7-5 a little bit. Ironman just had a little bit too much for him. Also, make sure to sign up for the World Cup ahead of time. Go to pspevents.com, get your team in the fight. Also, if you go to paintballaccess.com/fantasy or /World Cup, you can actually start your draft, your fantasy draft for World Cup now. Quick picks you can't do yet, but you can actually draft your World Cup fantasy team based on what you see out here this weekend. What do you think, Todd?
That's a deep breath.
Deep breath signal of thought.
Whenever Todd does that, you know he's thinking deep.
Both these teams are playing for relegation, no matter what. I'll tell you how it's going to work.
Now the question is, who will they be playing for relegation? Because that other bracket will be playing itself out this afternoon. So right now, 5 bodies alive for both. 5 bodies alive for 187. 4 on the field right now for Dynasty as Oliver sits in that penalty box waiting to get out. And here comes Max Trailer making his move up in the center.
Max Trailer getting up there. We've seen that from him a lot. Dynasty with their 4-body spread get Tyler Harmon into the small cake on the Dorito side. Takamoto shooting towards the snake side from the Dorito side tower. Brandon Short and Kyle Spica as well. Oh, looked like Kyle Spica just took one in the top of the loader.
So yeah,
he takes a check.
On your screen right now, you can see 187 crew's back line. Still, you can see that penalty on Dynasty's side of the scoreboard there ticking off, 46 seconds. There's Trailer all the way up in the center.
Oliver Lang waiting patiently to get out of that box. His teammates holding it down for him. upTon 187 crew spread across the back, mirrored up with Dynasty. Except they got Trailer up in the middle there.
There's Brandon Short on your screen. Brandon Short shooting towards the snake side, trying to keep Zaleski out of the snake. Upton slow playing this point. They do have an attacker, Max Trailer, up in the center. He's shutting down the Doritos side of the field.
And here comes out of lane. 5 seconds left in that penalty, Matty. Here comes out of lane, coming out of the box.
Well, and then Glenn Takamoto makes room for him by moving up to try to get a better position, maybe try to take out Trailer, but the Trailer moves up too, and I think Oliver Lane just got shot trying to get out of the box. He did. So 187 doing a good job. And now Zaleski makes his move, backed up by Mantoni.
They're playing so good, man. They're like slow playing it. They're making good moves. Upton 187 coming to their own.
Yeah, they are. They definitely proved it in that last game against Art Chaos. I mean, if you can beat Art Chaos, you're ready to start making. Oh, Max Trailer diving, and I think he lost his goggles.
Lost his goggles.
Which the refs are going to dive on him, and they're going to put those goggles back on. So that's what happens anytime somebody loses their goggles. The ref's going to dive on you. Also, immediately eliminate yourself, though. So if you lose your goggles, you immediately eliminate yourself. So Max Trailer's going to come off. Wasn't able to get a shot on Glenn Takamoto. And
I don't think he knew he was there, Matty. Honestly.
I don't know. I think he did. I have to see the replay, but I think that he did. I think he was trying to dive and get that shot in on him, but Glenn was tucked in. So look how tight Glenn is playing that bunker.
Well, he's like 4 feet tall.
Top portion of your screen, yeah. Their top portion, or right-hand portion of your screen. Now Glenn Takamoto super tucked into that, playing and cheating a little bit towards the D side of the field to try to keep as low of a profile now because guys are coming down that snake side. He has to play that to stay alive. Now Spica makes his move into the snake 50-yard line. Zaleski's going to try to run him down, and I think he traded out with him. He did. So now the snake side is clear for Dynasty, but 187 still has a player over here. No, actually Dynasty has Brandon Short in the back corner bunker, mirrored up with Thomas Mantoni.
Yeah, Brandon Short's. I don't want to mess with Brandon Short, especially in the snake. That guy, he's so mature, and he's played the snake pretty much his paintball career.
Well, you know what? Brandon's really evolved his game, plays the 2 now, second attacker, snake side, made his name as a 1 on the snake side of the field, and really maturing into that role. And becoming a really solid 2, and they need him now because Ryan Greenspan is out with a strained MCL, and he's out indefinitely.
Really?
Yeah, he went to the urgent care last night.
No kidding.
Yeah, so he's not even sure when he could even be back. He's definitely not playing today.
I can relate to that. It don't take much when you get old, and Ryan's not even old. And that's a big gun to lose, man. Ryan Greenspan, one of the better players on Dynasty. But such a deep line though. They have so many deep players. But still, I'd rather have Ryan Greenspan than not.
Yeah, so right now, things have slowed down a little bit. 3 players left alive for both teams, evened up on the body count. 1-0 is the score, 14:53 to go.
You know, we talked about this too, Todd, is that these games, as we progress through the tournament, it's going to slow down a little bit, lower scoring games.
Oh, Painter just looked out
look
at
the
one.
Shot. That was a great shot right there across the field.
That
was Brandon Short. That was Brandon for sure. He did the finger point.
No, I think it was it. I thought it come from. I think it came from the D side. I think that might have been. No, regardless, Painter's dead, and I think Glenn Takamoto also just got shot too. He did. So Glenn trying to get up there gets chewed up.
So
2-on-2.
Yeah, 2-on-2 right now. Short at the back of the snake. Tyler Harmon and Dorito 2. Up to 187's got Mantoni over here in the snake, and Pike in Dorito 1.
So Brandon Short into the snake. You're looking at Thomas Mantoni on your screen. There's Brandon Short for San Diego Dynasty. Trying to keep the players on 187 honest. You can see his gun is shooting cross field, not looking towards the snake side. Mantoni's still pretty far away from him. But still, it's 2-on-2. Tyler Harmon and Brandon Short trying to tie this game up for San Diego Dynasty. Thomas Mantoni and Joshua Pike alive for upTon 187 crew.
And Pike is playing really well right now. Thomas Mantoni came from the old camp, the Hurricanes back in the day. Seasoned player, playing really well right now for upTon 187 as well. On your screen, that's Dynasty going to work. Tyler Harmon. I had the pleasure of playing with him one time. I mean, a lot. That he's such a good kid, man.
Yeah, and really coming to his own over the years. He's been playing pro paintball since he was a young teenager.
Remember when he was like 4 feet tall?
Yeah,
now he's like
real
9
tall.
feet tall.
Yeah, so 12 minutes and 55 seconds to go. Displacing Tyler Harmon. He moves back, retreats slightly to reposition. And Brandon Short still locked in that gunfight cross field.
Yeah, Brandon Short hasn't even looked at Mantoni one time. And Upton 187, they're up 1 point, 1-0. This is only the second point of this match. They don't have to go anywhere.
And like we talked about, man, I mean, as the tournament progresses, it's going to slow down the play a little bit. 1-0 right now, 12 minutes left.
And now
6-5, 6-5, 6-5 in the making.
Yeah, and then Tyler is making his move over here, snake side, I'm sorry, D side, moves back into D2. And there's the lineup and who's left alive. So just Short and Tyler, and then Pike and Mantoni in this long point. Paint's going to be an issue. Anytime you see these long points, paint always plays an issue. So now you can see Tyler, and there's Mantoni. Mantoni just sitting down, watching that lane. Taking a little bit of a rest here in this long point. Mantoni knows that they have the lead here. Tyler trying to work for a shot. Oh, and Tyler, big, huge bite all the way to the 50-yard line. Looks like he makes it clean. Brandon Short makes a move off that. Here comes Brandon Short.
Oh, trading out right now. What, did he trade out or no?
Mantoni begging for another penalty.
He traded out one-on-one. One-on-one, Matty.
Yeah, and it's a close one-on-one.
Oh, nice shot by Tyler Harmon.
Tyler Harmon eats alive Josh Pike. So Tyler Harmon is going to win that one-on-one and tie the game up for San Diego Dynasty.
Wow.
Nice work.
Nice shot right there by Tyler Harmon. By Brandon Short, too?
By number 12, Tyler Harmon. So stayed in the game the whole time, played tons of different positions over there on the D side, and then finally made a little bit of an unconventional run on the inside to the 50-yard line. Dorito. Brandon Short, also big move for him, all the way down. Runs coast to coast here on the snake side, able to bunker out, trade out with Thomas Mantoni. And then Tyler Harmon quickly wins a gunfight to win the point for San Diego Dynasty.
Yes, they do.
Tied up.
We were looking at here before this point started. So basically, Impact and Ironman, whoever wins that game plays on Sunday. Whoever loses that game does not play on Sunday at all and will not have to play for relegation. No matter what, Dynasty and cRew will be playing for relegation, because even if cRew wins this game and they go 2-2, the loser of the Impact Ironman game will also be 2-2, but both of those guys have the heads-up victory against cRew. So basically right now, if cRew can win, they will be the top seed in relegation, and Dynasty will be the bottom seed at 0-4, but if Dynasty can win, they will be the top seed because they will have the heads-up win, both at 1-3 over cRew.
So Art Chaos going on for sure into the semis.
Wow.
So Art Chaos in for sure into the semis for their very first time here, 2014. That's exactly what, you know, fans of the team and insiders had been saying was going to happen eventually. Art Chaos getting it together, making it to the semis, and then the winner of the Impact and Ironman game, which is coming up after this, will also progress on, and the loser will be in that middle road, not having to play relegation, but also not getting to play in the semifinals.
I can't believe Dynasty is in the conversation, to be honest with you. It's been so long. I mean, 0-4, unheard of, man. 187 playing really well.
Well, not yet, though. You know, I mean, they're not 0-4 yet.
I know, but still. I mean, 0-3, even 0-3.
Yeah, it's crazy. But, you know, for Impact and Ironman, at least, Todd, when they go into that game, their fate is in their hands, as opposed to having to wait for other games to play out. You win and you go on. So now on the breakout here for this game, Oliver Lane going up into the center. Both teams at full strength. As Dynasty was able to fight through that penalty they got early on and keep it close. So right now tied up, and it looks like Nick Roberts is going to be taking the walk.
So close.
Yeah, he caught a couple in his pack on the run in. So no one on the snake side at all over here for Upton 187 cRew. Much better field position for San Diego. Oh, but Oliver gets shot just as Yosh Rao catches one too. So two big guns coming off for San Diego Dynasty. Now the advantage goes to Upton 187 cRew. Though they're still stuck in the pocket, but they have a one-body advantage right now.
Yeah, two players walking off for Dynasty. Oliver Lang, Yosh Rao. It looks like 187 is like content what they're doing right now.
Well,
I mean,
they know they're up a body, and they know that they're still stuck in the pocket, so they have to work out and work out smart. They can't just because they're up a body just start streaking out wide or trying to run crazy. They have to play smart. This isn't a field of gigantic moves most of the time, depending on the body count and where everyone's shooting their guns. But it's also gunfight heavy field, and we just saw 187 put themselves in a good. Talk about gunfights. Evening it up right there is a gunfight loss from Eddie Painter. So Eddie Painter gets shot out, and that's going to even up the body count. So Nick Roberts got shot by Yosh Rao before Yosh Rao was taken out by Dan Zaleski. And Max Traylor shot Oliver Lang. So Traylor with 3 confirmed kills and Dan Zaleski with 4 of the kill count leaders right now for 187 crew. It's 3-on-3.
On your screen, that's Glenn Takamoto. Go to the snake right there. It's 187 trying to get in the snake, Todd. That's Dan Zaleski.
Dan Zaleski gets in there. However, so does Alex Frage, and Alex Frage gets the shot in on Zaleski.
Nice shot, man. Unbelievable. And Alex Frage, one of the premier paintball players for Dynasty. I mean, he invented the snake play, actually.
Yeah, Frage getting that shot on Zaleski here to help his team out. And so now Dynasty, now they're on the attack. Blake Yarber coming up, getting that shot.
Oh,
Max Traylor in the center. So, and here comes Blake Yarber to finish it off. So Blake, another good run-through combo over there on the D side, gets one, then runs down, speeds up, takes the other one out. So Dynasty going to finish with 3 live bodies. And they're going to take a 1-point lead here. Still not, well, a lot of time, 8 minutes, 49 seconds, but really, really long points here in this close matchup between these two teams. Yeah, so both of these teams going to be, the question now is who are these teams going to be playing in those relegation matches? The bracket that's going to go down this afternoon after the Impact Ironman game to decide who goes to the semifinals in the Champions Division. You know, it's Damage, Heat, VCK, Legion, Vicious in bracket number 2. And yesterday, Legion went 1-1, Heat went 1-1, Damage is 2-0. And Vicious is 1-1 as well. So that bracket's going to get interesting too. We don't know who's going to be playing those relegation matches against 187 and San Diego Dynasty. And I think we have Lauren Kelly down on the sidelines.
Hey guys, I am down in Dynasty's pit with Brandon Short. Brandon, coming into this, obviously this is a huge match for you to win. That was a great run through by Blake Yarber just a second ago. It got you a point ahead, 2-1. But coming into this match, were you guys feeling a little rattled, or it seems really intense here on the sidelines?
You know, it's kind of been off all weekend, unfortunately. So all you can do is go 1 point at a time, 1 game at a time. So no matter what happened the previous games, this is a whole new ball game, and we have to win right here and now, and it's intense because it's paintball.
Absolutely. Because of Ryan Greenspan's injury, he's on the sidelines helping coach you guys. What is he telling you to focus on to make sure you can get this win?
Pretty much what we've been saying the whole time is stay alive. You know, like we're kind of trying too hard when we got to just let it unfold.
All right. Well, we'll see if they can keep this lead. Back to you guys.
Thanks.
187 getting ready to play this next point on your screen. And Dynasty as well. So you're looking at the breakout from 187. And looks like Zaleski gets shot off the break. 4 players left alive here from 187 crew and stuck in the pocket. Dynasty also out a little bit wider because Kyle Spick was able to make it out wide, not wide, but able to make it out here snake side alive.
So Todd, if you're Dynasty, what are you doing right now? I mean, there's 8 minutes left. You're down by 1. I mean, you're up by 1 point. You might as well chill, right? But
well, still a lot of time left here. They got all 5 bodies alive, and they're up 1 and up 1 body. So
I think
it's never too late. I mean, you know you're gonna have to play tomorrow. It's never too late to try and get better. You know, to get in a better rhythm and try and figure out what you can do to start, you know, run a string of points off here. So, you know, obviously they're gonna play for relegation, and they haven't been playing well up to this point.
Thomas Mantoni taking the walk right there for 187 as well.
5-on-3 situation right now. Kyle Spica looking to make a move towards the snake. He dips out to the snake side corner.
So is that a better move, Todd, to go to the corner and then jump into snake from there, or?
Well, if there's a guy locking off the, you know, that side of the field, you know, trying to keep you from getting in the snake, you know, it's a safer run to try and spread it wide. You know, we've seen a lot of teams make that move because now he's in the corner and he's up over the top, putting in the players on the inside, and allows Glenn Takamoto to come across and get to the snake.
And get shot. Glenn Takamoto getting the snake, getting shot right away, but here comes Kyle Spica all the way to the 50, Todd.
Yeah, 187 locking it down right now. 2 bodies this way towards the snake side.
Yeah, well, it's 3-on-4. Dynasty with an advantage, also with the advantage on the points, 2-1, 6:50 to go. Kyle Spica in dominant position over here, snake side. That's really putting a damper on the gunfight ability for the players in that center for 187 because they have to deal with Kyle Spica in the snake. Because Todd, like you were talking about earlier, you can get to that 50 and stand up over there. Oh, but Kyle Spica.
Oh, nice fucking shot.
Yes, Kyle Spica gets shot trying to get across. And that's going to even up the body count. Now it's Yosh Rao, Tyler Harmon, Oliver Lang. And against Greg Lazat, Eddie Painter, and Max Trailer. Yeah, and so on your screen right now, you have, there's 187, Max Trailer, in that back center bunker. And he's looking to try to get a shot on Oliver Lang, who has filled the role of Kyle Spica as Kyle Spica got shot trying to push forward.
That was a great shot across the field.
upTon 187 has brought this game back after going down 5-on-3, and I mean, this is where teams, you know, take it to the next level, being down bodies, able to win gunfights and, you know, get kills. Oliver Lang, who went all the way up to the snake, has turned around and came back to the back of snake one.
On your screen, Oliver Lang right now trying to shoot across the field.
So yeah. Yosh Rao and Oliver Lang, the only two bodies left alive for Dynasty. As after Dynasty shot the first two, 187 shot 3 in a row to give themselves the advantage now.
Well,
but
you know,
lots of time ticking away.
Well, and also when you have when it was 4-on-3, Dynasty was in obviously a much better position because they had such good field position with Spica. But now things have slowed down drastically because Oliver Lang, who's at the back of the snake, is doesn't want to make any mistakes. That's the problem. It's 3-on-3. Dynasty has their lead. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It's 2-on-3. So Dynasty still has a lead, but Glenn Takamoto, Spica, and Harmon have all now walked off. Max Trailer getting 2 of those kills. So Max Trailer's really stepping up right now. 5 confirmed kills. He's the kill count leader for 187.
And Oliver Lang going back and forth in the snake right there, Todd. Trying to make something happen. But, it's 2-1. They're up 1 point. 4 minutes left, but that's a long time in this field, though.
Yeah, and Oliver and Yosh in a pretty good position if they can keep Painter out of the snake over here. Oh, Painter! He felt something come across his loader, had to check it. But 187 over there in that Dorito. Oh, there goes Max Trailer out to the Dorito side corner. Greg Lazat in the Dorito 2.
And, I'm on a situation. I definitely want Eddie Painter and Greg Lazat.
Uh-oh. Looks like
Yosh Rao taking the walk for Dynasty.
Yeah, Yosh Rao dying out of his spot. And that's going to leave just Oliver Lang to try to wheel and deal and maintain this lead. They have to push on Oliver. So, Oliver's, he's not going to go quietly. He's going to try to make something happen. Gets out to the back corner bunker, gives himself a little bit better of a defensive position. It's tough, though. I mean, when you're looking at 3 bodies, you're basically hoping that somebody makes a mistake.
Or penalty or something.
And Oliver gets taken out. So, the shot coming from the snake. Eddie Painter got one in on him. And so that is going to tie the game up here at 2. So initially, the advantage went to San Diego Dynasty as they were 4-on-3 and pushing down the snake side. But Kyle Spica got shot out trying to make a move. And then a couple bodies died. And then it left just Oliver Lang. And he just could not hold off the attack of 187. And then he tried to do the best he could to put himself in position to try to pull a 3-on-1 off. We've seen Oliver pull 3-on-1s off before. So now with 3 minutes and 26 seconds to go, these two teams closely matched here as it's tied up. So are we going to see an overtime point? I don't know. We've seen a lot of long points here.
Yeah, and we called this earlier in the day, actually, yesterday. As the tournament progresses, we're going to see these teams slow it down a little bit, shoot their lanes a little, 2-2, 3-2, not 6-5 games anymore. What do you think, Todd? I mean, you guys shoot good lanes in the break, and everybody getting stuck in the middle. It's not really hard to lock it down.
I mean, we've seen teams lock it down. We've seen teams, like Impact up until that last game there. I mean, they were doing a really good job of locking it down. Same with Art Chaos, but Art Chaos found a way to, bump out and just get up, gun battle, force the issue, and I think that's the reason why they were able to win that game because, guys like Sergey and Fedorov were just, getting dominance and then making good shots and getting out wide. So, I mean, yes, I do believe you can lock this field off. We watched Damage do it a bunch yesterday. So, I mean, I think anything's possible on this field. I mean, it's going to come down to, who hits their shots, not getting penalties. That's definitely been huge. And who wants it more, because, there's a lot of different stuff you could do on this field. But, you know, that little center pocket area on the break has, you know, definitely proven to be, you know, feast or famine. You know, you're either getting those dudes going wide because, you know, or you're not, you know, so.
Well, it looks like a timeout has been called. 187 calling a timeout here. So while we have a couple seconds, let's talk about this next game that's coming up too. Edmonton Impact Ironman. Who do you like in that game?
I got Impact.
I think Impact's playing really well.
I think so too.
I think Ironman switched up what they were doing from yesterday, and I think they're playing better today than they were yesterday. And I think that they've been learning, and you can tell the difference in their game planning. And I think they may have something for Impact this next game.
Well, we're going to find out. But before we get to that game, the last game of the morning competition, we have the conclusion of this match. It's super close, tied up 2-2 with about 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go. And while we're on a timeout, we're going to hear from a few words from our sponsors. Welcome back here, 2014 PSP West Coast Open, and San Diego Dynasty 187 crew have played through about 17 minutes to a stalemate, tied up at 2-2. So who wants to win this game? About to find out here. This game brought to you by Die Precision. And on the breakout, it looks like Brandon Short catches one, so the first advantage goes to Upton. And also, 187 has been able to make it out wide, so much better field position on the Snake side for 187. They're going to roll those guns, and now Zaleski makes his move into Snake 2.
He's dangerous, man.
Only look,
Snake.
And Zaleski, Chris, only looking at one gun here, and it's Oliver Lang, and Oliver Lang forced to come over with this. Oh,
and he
gets
shot in the shoulder. Good call, Matty.
Yeah, well, Oliver had to reposition to get out of that doubled up spot he was in with Yosh. But as soon as he got in, as he was getting himself collected in there, Zaleski shot him in the shoulder.
And you know what? Right now, 187 looking really good on your screen. That's Yosh Rao shooting across the field.
Yeah, and 187 just going to take full advantage of this two-body advantage that they have and just push slow and methodical. They have Trailer again up in the center. He's done a great job. 5 confirmed for him. Dan tied him, though, with that kill on Oliver. So now 5 confirmed for him as well. Thomas Bantoni right behind him with 4.
Like you said, man, it's hard. If you don't get outside and they're in the Snake, it's really, really hard to get outside. If you're stuck in the pocket, Todd, like you said before, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, you got to work. You really work hard to get yourself out there.
So the 3 bodies for Dynasty sucked into their bunkers. Yosh Rao, Alex Frazier, and Blake Yarber going to try to have to pull off some last-minute heroics here, low-body heroics. Oh, and it looks like Rusty is just going to blow the horn, which is going to give Upton what could potentially be the winning point. Their score will now go to 3. It's going to be 3-2. But the reason why Rusty did that is because, you know, 5 on 3. It is tough to call those in a tie situation. You know, I mean, you might want to hope that your 3 can last out long enough and take 2 minutes off the clock so it goes to overtime. But Rusty deciding that, you know, it wasn't looking good, because the scary thing is that if you don't, it's either way, it's not a good thing. One, you're giving potentially the winning point to the other team, but if you don't give yourself your team the best chance to win, and at that 5 strong, because what will happen is if it's 5 on 3, slowly but surely they will methodically make their way downfield and then hang it with not enough time for you to come back. And that was what was at stake, and that was why he conceded the points. Dynasty now calling a timeout. What sort of play do you think that we're going to see out of Dynasty here, down by 1-2 minutes? I think that's enough time to get a legit regular plan. I don't think they're going to have to risk too much, but they definitely have to. Well, it's going to come down to kills off the break. We always talk about that because, look, you know, the speed of a point is going to be dictated by how many bodies drop from one side or the other off the break. If both teams lose bodies, it's going to be a slower point. If one team crushes the other team off the break, shoots 2, then that's going to speed things up. You shoot 1, it might speed things up depending on who you shoot. But right now, I don't really see Upton probably risking anybody out wide. They're probably going to stick in the pocket.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they've been doing the whole time. You know, it's what's made them successful out here today, you know, beating Art Chaos and then, you know, coming back when they've been down bodies. So, you know, it's tough for these guys, you know, with what they did yesterday with, you know, how much better they've been playing today. So let's check in with Lauren Kelly down on the sidelines.
Hey guys, I'm here with Nick Roberts in the 187 pit. You guys are having a much better day here on Saturday in Riverside. Yesterday was a little tougher for you. Last night when you were talking about strategy and coming into today, did you talk about the struggles Dynasty has been having and trying to capitalize on those, or what changed in your game plan?
Well, I don't know if the game plan changed as much. We felt like we were having proper breakouts. We were just making stupid mistakes, essentially. So, you know, we're trying to tighten it up, not make mistakes, and let them come to us, essentially. So
that was a huge win this morning against Art Chaos. I mean, what was running through your mind watching those last points come through and winning?
Yeah, it was exciting for sure when they started getting crazy running through the middle, and then Max just popped up behind that pin and shot everybody in the back. That was an awesome feeling, so it was very good.
Awesome. Well, 187 is doing a great job, guys. They're leading by 1 point, 3-2. We'll see if Dynasty can get a point on this board and tie it up. Thank you.
What a big day it would be for, regardless of what situation it puts them in for tomorrow, what an amazing day it would be for 187 to come out here, beat Art Chaos, and beat Dynasty in the same day.
Yeah, you know, it's a huge confidence booster for sure, man. I mean, we watch these guys come into their own. I'm a big fan of 187. I have been for a while. I just love the cohesiveness that they have and their camaraderie.
Yeah, they have great camaraderie, great teamwork, and then they just keep getting better and better and better, proving it right now by leading against Dynasty here with a little bit of time. Also, make sure you sign your team up early for World Cup, October 9th through the 12th. The best tournament in the world, PSP World Cup, is going to be going down, so go ahead to pspevents.com. So, can 187 take this victory? 34 seconds to go. They are up by 1. But we had talked about how mature the team from 187 had started to develop, and how how they're really starting to let their skills shine, and particularly in those relegation games, just icing people down. But they had never played well enough in the prelims to avoid those. Looking like they're going to be playing in one again because they got beat up, head up by both Impact and the Ironman. So the Impact and Ironman will be playing for the semifinal spot. Coming up next, Art Chaos already going to be playing in the semifinals tomorrow. But what a morale booster, and that's the thing with 187. They could just get 1 or 2 more guys to become top-level guys, like their 5 core starters. They could start threatening for wins out here.
Splitting breakout. Dynasty on your left, 187 crew on your right, 3-2 in favor of 187 crew. What do you do right now, Todd? I just chill. Honestly, 2 minutes, sit in the back, just shoot your guns.
Well, 187 made it out to that Dorito 1, so that's definitely going to help them a lot. Dynasty tried to come up on the snake side, up into that can, going to try and make a move. They're going to lose Tyler Harmon. Glenn Takamoto going to come out, feeling the pressure right now in the snake side cans. 187, they both end up staying in there alive. So still 5 bodies for 187, 1 minute and 20 seconds. 187 filling out to the Dorito side. Brandon Short coming out to the snake side corner for Dynasty. Still 4 bodies alive for Dynasty.
Yeah.
Upton 187 loses 1 body off the snake side out of the can that they had doubled up.
Tense moments right now. Just a minute left to go. Dynasty's going to have to start their attack. They have 4 bodies to do it with.
Oh, Oliver Lang taking it in the face.
Looking at 4 bodies right now. Yeah, so 3. Oliver trying to push the action, man. Wasn't able to do it. Gets taken out. So now as time is starting to tick off here, just about 40 seconds to go.
Another player for Dynasty coming off right there, Maddie. I'm sorry.
A player for 187, and here comes Dynasty. Glenn Takamoto running, trying to make something happen. D-side runs into Guns, though. He gets taken out. So now 3 players still alive. Referee getting there, checking out Painter. Painter's clean. And so it's not looking good for Dynasty. They just have Brandon Short. Brandon Short gets taken out, and that is going to seal the deal here. And Dynasty...
0-4, Maddie.
Yes, Dynasty is going to go 0-4 here in this match as 187 doesn't realize that there's no one on the field left.
This will be the 6th consecutive prelim match that Dynasty has lost in a row. Win 10 in a row, lose 6 in a row.
0-4.
What a day. What a 2-day adventure. for San Diego Dynasty.
Yeah,
Man.
but that is how tough this league is. A legendary team, the most successful team ever, San Diego Dynasty, is going to lose that many games in a row, not be able to win. I don't think Dynasty has ever gone 0-4 in any tournament they've ever played in, and this is the first time. So a little bit of history set here. So Dynasty's going to lose that one 3-2. Both these teams will be playing in the relegation games tomorrow morning, fighting for their lives at World Cup, and that's what's crazy about it, man. Dynasty is going to be playing in a relegation game. If they falter in that game, the most successful team ever will not be playing in the Champions Division at World Cup for that title. And they won the series title last year.
Yeah, man. I mean,
wow. Crazy turn of events here.
I mean, it's unheard of, actually.
But heading into the West Coast Open, we had spoken about how much drama was going on out there in all the stories that were going to play themselves out, and we figured something was going to happen. You know, some big team is going to be in this situation. And then also, you know, as we'll get more updates from the Challengers field, you know, there's big teams stuck down there. Aftershock, Infamous, and the team that won the World Cup last year, X Factor. And X Factor went 1-1 yesterday. So they lost their first game to Revo. And Revo is, you know, Revo's looking pretty good. They're 2-0. So we'll see who's going to emerge out of the Challengers division.
I love seeing this out of these teams. I mean, 187 coming to their own. Revo coming to their own. I mean, it's the top level teams in the world right now are playing at PSP. If you want to test yourself, test your team, you got to come to the PSP World Cup.
Across all divisions too. Yeah, there's going to be tons of different divisions that you can play at World Cup for every level and every level of play and skill and every level of experience. But what an amazing day for upTon 187 crew. They beat Art, Chaos, and Dynasty today, proving that, you know, regardless of what happens tomorrow, that they can beat big teams, and they can now, because the question was, can they string those wins together? So if they just had a little bit of a better day yesterday, maybe they would be playing in those semifinal matches on Sunday.
Right.
Craziness. And then also the next game coming at you, Edmonton Impact and Ironman fighting to see who's going to be playing in the semifinal matchup tomorrow. So whoever wins this game will go to the semifinals. Whoever loses this game will be safe. They don't have to play in a relegation game, but they will not have a chance to win this tournament. Let's check in with Lauren Kelly.
Hey guys, I am down here with Dan Zaleski and Greg Lazat of 187. Congratulations, guys. You went undefeated for Saturday, and you just beat Dynasty, who is one of the top teams in this bracket. How does it feel?
Honestly, like, we take the game step by step, and we know this is a long journey, so those kind of wins really boost our confidence, but at the same time, all these teams are good. As you can see, all the games have been really close, and honestly, you know, they're just having a bad event, and it can go either way, and I'm sure they're going to come back strong next time.
Absolutely. Well, 187 definitely stepped up their game today. They beat Art Chaos and Dynasty. Talk to me a little bit about this field and what you adjusted coming into today that made such a difference. You lost your matches yesterday, came in, dominated. What was the big change there?
Honestly, we played really well yesterday. We had two really close matches, so just little mental mistakes, not getting shot out of your bunkers, not moving stupidly. So we had a long talk last night about, you know, playing that smart paintball.
What are your tips for some of the kids in the divisional brackets that are here playing this weekend and trying to figure out this layout as well?
I would say, like, stack the back couple bunkers. You know, make sure your lanes are on point. Get a couple weasels, and then try to move up the field.
All right. Well, coming up next is going to be Impact versus Ironman. They've both won 2, lost 1, so it's going to be a good one. Who do you guys think is going to take that?
They're both playing well. I'm going to go with Impact as my boy Nick Laval.
Do you agree?
Yeah, same. Have to go with Nick.
All right, we'll see if Impact's going to take it. Stay tuned. Impact versus Ironman coming up.